All right, so we're going to do the wave of kindness today, and then we'll do our normal committee updates, and then there's a few open topics that we'll go to. There's not a ton of substance, I'll say, on this agenda, so it can be kind of an open forum, so to speak. So with that said, Barb, why don't you kick it off?
We have 7 waves of kindness for the month of March. Eddie will come and do the presentation.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Great.
Good. Great. All right, so we got 2 from the dining department. Ka-ching. The first one we'll do is for Madison. Someone says, Madison is such a jewel of a person, an employee. Her talents never cease to amaze us. She is so creative. When you want something special, she meets her expectations and more. She's always kind, thorough, and always wants to please you. Madison is top and such a great person. She's a repeat winner. We also got another repeat winner walking on up. We got Charles Bishop. This one reads, Mr. Charles. We love Charles. He always has a smile on his face and is always so pleasant. He talks with everyone and makes sure everything is okay. We said to him, you're here almost every day, Charles. Do you ever take a day off? We see you almost every day, taking care of us. His reply was, I love being here and what I do. It's fun. It's not just a job. And it's how wonderful that we have someone like Charles here to take care of us and prepare our meals. We are blessed. Now he's got to go back.
Mary, do you want to start off with a welcoming or with a move-ins?
Yeah,
Welcoming committee.
thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we have 2 move-ins, and one of them is on the 2nd floor. Her name is Julie Burchett. Yay! We're very glad she's here. And then we have another one on the 3rd floor. I'm not sure they're here. They moved in Friday. Are they here? Yeah. Lee and Katie Caps? Yeah. We welcome you, and we're glad you're here.
Building and grounds.
Thank you, Barb. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Scotty.
Our last building and grounds meeting, which was 2 weeks ago, this coming Thursday, Drew wasn't there. He was occupied elsewhere. Tim was already gone. So it's just the 6 of us. And the request from Drew was for the committee to generate a list of things that we were concerned about and were interested in having updates on. And so the meeting was a little different than it typically is. And we had a few highlights for you. The lighting reduction project, where we wanted some of the lights in the hall down from, say, 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. That project, as far as I know, has been completed. They put timers on specific circuits, and that is in operation. A word of caution to you until we get it resolved. If you go out the front door of independent living and go right and go down that sidewalk past Canero's and past Lowe's, there's a section of sidewalk in that strip that 2 slabs are not level. There's a tripping hazard there, and we're going to have to arrange to get that ground back. So a word of caution to you about the sidewalk south of the west wing area. Re-landscaping is a work in progress. I don't know exactly where that is. Tim was taking care of that, and whatever the status was, he took with him. The sauna is a work in progress. I'm under the impression that some electrical work has started, and we'll see where that goes. Word on public bathroom doors. If you remember, they had this really strong closer on them, and first of all, that was disconnected, so there was no closer at all, and you'd find the door standing open. Brian Doak hit on the idea, why don't we use one of the spring-loaded hinges like we use on apartment doors, and apartment doors over in assisted living as well. So the doors, as far as I know, to those public bathrooms have been converted where the big, powerful, stiff closer is disconnected, and it has only a spring-loaded hinge, and so it'll close just like your apartment door does. If you use a public restroom, please turn out the light when you leave. We've had some low water pressure problems in certain areas and in certain apartments, and also in the pool locker room area. There have been all kinds of things done to try to resolve that. I'm not sure it's totally resolved. That may be a work in progress, but it's certainly gotten a lot of attention. Brian and Dean have flushed and recycled and filled and refilled and flushed again, and trying to clean out lines to be sure that there's no pressure drop. Moles and geese continue to be a bit of a problem. We had some stuff left over from last year. I honestly don't know whether it's been spread or not, but we're doing what we can with that. Gary Nielsen, that's on the Building and Grounds Committee, will be leaving Mason Pointe in mid-May. I want to acknowledge Gary for his great ideas and his help in Building and Grounds. He's moving to Florida, be closer to his children. He'll be replaced by John Houghton. So if you see John, say thank you, and if you see Gary, say thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay, have a great day.
One question there.
Yes.
A suggestion for that uneven slab, why don't we just put a sign there, like one of those little folding signs, caution?
We can do that, I think. We get Norm to look at that, Norm Loebs. That's down in his area. Yeah. Susan?
Silverfish. What is the status of that? Come back to my closet.
Yeah.
I was wondering, is there a form I fill out to be reimbursed, or how does that work?
The only thing I know is to have the bud guy come.
Okay. The book guy's been to my house.
Drew will speak to that for you. Thank you.
One of the things that, what was there another question? Oh, Mr. Winky.
Thank you. Maurice, I want to certainly emphasize the point you make as far as the low flow situation in our apartments. We've had the funnel for over a year and a half. I talked to Tim about it before the workshop process was installed. And so he's known about it for at least a year and a half. All of this continues to become more.
Can you give him a microphone? We can't hear him. Sorry.
Sorry, Drew. I'm Gene Winkie. We're in apartment 261. We've had a significant problem for over a year and a half with the sand-like grit material that builds up in the faucet aerators. And what it does results in a decreased flow. I think it's coming from the hot water side, not the cold water side. But ultimately both are involved because it's a common outlet. This is water that we're drinking. This is water that we're cooking with, we're bathing in, washing our hair in, Every time I take a shower, which is not, it is more than twice a year, as my wife accuses me, there is a buildup of this grit material on the seats and the floor of the shower. So it's a very real problem. The safety factor, I don't know what that really amounts to, but it could potentially be a health issue. Only solution that we have so far is frequently disassembling the aerators, washing them out, screwing it back in, and go back to normal. Historically, initially, that would account for maybe 2 or 3 weeks of cycle before we have to do it again. And now it's down to 30, 40 minutes to running water for a shower, for example. It'll start out warm and steady, and in short order, you're down to something more than a trickle, and without any hot water. We tried to do laundry this weekend for the first time. We couldn't get hot water through our washing machine. So this is affecting everything. And I'm sure we're not the only individuals who are involved with this. Many others of you are also. You may not be aware of it because it is an observational type of situation. If you don't see it, you don't know it, therefore it doesn't affect you. But it is affecting all of us. And eventually what's going to happen is if it's not corrected and corrected properly, then the plumbing is going to become filled with this stuff. It's a sand-like material. It sinks very quickly in water. If you just run a glass of water, you'll see it trickle down and precipitate very quickly. So it's not some sort of fluffy kind of stuff that'll continue to be flushed out. It is a very definite barrier to water flow. So to Royce, to your point, that problem has not been resolved. It's a long way before it will be. Thanks for your help. Thanks for the time.
I'm going to introduce Carl. I'm not going to turn the mic over to him right now. I'm going to answer these questions first, but I do want to introduce you to Carl. With Tim's departure, Carl has been our manager of plant operations, and some of this has come to his awareness. For instance, the issue with the water gene. And so he's got the team trying some different things. It's not a simple solution, and it's certainly not one that I can articulate very clearly. I just want you to know that there is awareness that the problem exists, and they're continuing to work on it. And so if you guys are noticing those issues in your apartment, please contact Carl so that he knows that you're having the same challenges, because it's not, I don't think it's the same in every area of the building. It depends on what part of the loop that you're in. And so they're looking at a few different things that they think could be causing that. So, Carl, anything to add to that? I'd like to introduce everybody to Carl McCready.
Hello, everyone. I've been in this position for 2 weeks now, and I just found out about the water situation. I wish I would have known it was going on a long time ago. I would have jumped in and tried to figure things out. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm flushing the hydrants outside. We're dumping the hot water tanks downstairs. And if any one of you guys ever have a problem, you can have my number and give me a call. I'll send a guy out. But as far as this water, I'm gonna get it under control. We're gonna keep it under control, and that's how it's gonna run.
And not to sidestep Susan's question back there, but we're working on the silverfish issue too. And again, specifically the apartments where we're hearing that the issues exist. So if you're noticing a problem with silverfish in your apartment, again, let Carl know. And we will make sure we're going to use a different provider than we've used in the past. And so also look at treating maybe above where the apartment is. So you have a follow up to that, Susan?
I live pretty close to and I have seen what the silverfish have done to her clothing. It's amazing. They've made little holes in her clothes, and I have seen them. So, okay. So I just wonder, how she had said something about how to deal with that. Would she get reimbursed for the clothing that's been chewed on by the silverfish?
Yeah, so I would say we're aware of the silverfish issue, and we just need you guys to let us know if you're still struggling with it, and then we're going to work with people on an individual basis.
I would prefer to have the silverfish taken care of rather than reimbursement.
Yeah.
I just said that because I've been dealing with it for a year and a half or so, and
Yeah.
and we just need some progress done. I think something is happening, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another company is great.
Yeah, Carl has contacted another company just because, we keep going back to the same and we're not really getting resolution. So,
Do you want us to contact Carl through a work order?
yes, work
Okay.
orders for these things are best.
Okay, yes.
And the same with landscaping too. We're starting off with a bang today, talking about landscaping. We saved a good one for my last one. The landscaping, they've done a lot of that work, and so if there's still a tree ring outside your apartment, no tree, that would be another thing just to bring to Carl's attention so that we can look, maybe we overlooked a spot, maybe we can get more detail for you on what we're going to do in that specific area. So, all right. Anything else for Scotty? Okay, thank you. Next, we'll go to the employee appreciation.
Might need to use a stand here. That's okay. Help me lean on something there. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We have a quick update on how your appreciation gifts are benefiting the Mason Pointe staff. Thanks to everyone who participated, we were able to provide 76 bags of food through our Easter Meal Mania event. Thank you, thank you.
Great.
As a reminder, our REA fund has two buckets. One for the Christmas thank you financial gifts, and one for the general staff appreciation throughout the year. We work closely with Mason Pointe Human Resources to provide a variety of items, events throughout the year to show our appreciation for the great Mason Pointe staff. What does that mean? It means we will not always be doing the same things every year in these general appreciation gestures. Christmas will always be the financial thank you. Human Resources and the managers provide us ideas on different ways to show appreciation. So the REA committee has decided to use money from the REA General Fund to give each MP employee a $25 gift card at their summer picnic. That way everybody will get it, as opposed to the bags of food for the Easter Meal Mania. Not all employees chose to get that. Another item that truly touches our staff are words of kindness. We are working with Human Resources to investigate getting some small notepads for all of the residents. These would have our MPREA logo, that you could then use to write a quick note of thanks to the staff anytime. And just remember our theme, happy staff helps make happy residents. Lots more to come. If you have other questions or ideas, please reach out to the REA committee members for your neighborhood. These committee members are Judy Neely, Kay Wood, Jane Fick, Judy Bamer, Bill Lange, and Richard Schreiber. Thanks again for all you do to help show our staff how much we appreciate them. Thank you, thank you.
The food committee?
Food committee, I do have some things to talk about, but I have an honor first. I want to introduce Harry Tate, who is our new sous chef. And I'm delighted that I get to do this.
Hi, How you everybody doing? My name is Harry Tate. I was a travel chef for P.F. Chang for a couple years, and I came from a happy Friendship Village in Chesterfield. So I'm here to stay and help y'all out. So y'all have a nice day.
Thank you, Harry. We're delighted. And please introduce yourself to Harry, and he'll be happy to talk with you. Issues that we're addressing the issues that you bring to us, but not always all at once because you give us lots of ideas. So I don't want to overwhelm anybody with those. We're going to work on the open table that we've discussed for particularly new residents, and Michelle came up with the idea that we should in fact work with the welcoming committee to make sure that people have someone to eat with if they don't know anyone. A lot of people moving in now have friends here, but if they don't know anyone, if we work with the welcoming committee, then they'll have somebody to eat with the first few times. Good. So we're going to do that. The Easter meals served 252 people, including those who signed up, and created a schedule for people to come to dine. It worked very well. There were some walk-ins, but we got rave reviews about the Easter meal. As many of you know, that there were 2 parties here, and even if dining is not providing the services, they provide the setup for the parties. There was a Ken's party, had over about 240 people. At the same time, there was a 60-person party upstairs. Dining does the setup for that and the cleanup afterwards. So both parties went very smoothly, everything went very well, and I think everybody had a great time, and we enjoyed celebrating Ken's birthday. We've asked to tour the kitchen, and so we will be doing that sometime in the future. The original committee had done that, but we have not done it. The dinner salad option that has been with some of the chef special and so on has been very popular, and we appreciate that, that we've been working on that. People are asking us to bring the theme meals back, and they will be coming back. They will not change every month, but they will have, we will have some theme meals in the future. Oh, by the way, I do not have an update on the new menu, but it will come out this year. So, and I'm not even going to mention it next month because Jesse is on paternity leave, so he will not be here, and he's the person who's been guiding that process. But what does seem to be working is many more people are bringing guests and friends and large parties. I know that some of that is due to the person who got the wave already, but the fact is it's also because the food is improving. And so we're very pleased with that. And dining staff is happy that people are bringing bringing friends and family. The Mother's Day menu will be posted today. I've been asked about that. So sign up for your Mother's Day group. It will be posted. It has been done, but it just didn't get posted in time. As a representative of the food committee, I would like to thank Drew for guiding. He doesn't want this attention, but I'm giving it to him anyway. For guiding us through our infancy and as a new community. We are now probably at the toddler stage. Maybe we're beyond that, but his guidance has been very helpful, and we wish you the best of luck and continued success. And thanks for all you've done for us. Thank you.
Lifestyle enrichment.
She'll be coming. Lifestyle enrichment. Did you all get the pink sheet? The reason I ask is I was down at the mailbox this morning. There's a lot of pink sheets still in the different, hole. So we hope you get them. But anyway, there is a correction. Excuse me?
A number of corrections in the beginning.
Okay. On Wednesday, May the 8th is the Mother's Day tea, and Lou's going to talk about that. Also, I think there's been a cancellation of our CEO on the 16th, that he won't be speaking.
That's on my slide, actually.
Is it?
It's still on.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, there is no longer Touchtown. It's called Uniguest. So if you don't find the Touchtown symbol, Uniguest, U-N-I-G-U-S-T. Okay. I think that's just about all. Please remember to give your suggestions for the Enrichment Committee to your representative at your neighborhood meeting. And then this afternoon is sign-ups at 1:45. So now, yes. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Lou's going to talk. Okay, we have a special event which we had last year, and that's the Kentucky Derby. We're going to have hat decorating this afternoon in the art room. So if you have a hat, bring it. We've kind of put out the word that we have just a few hats, but we have the flowers, the netting, the ribbon, and everything else. And Lou's going to show you, that's one of the hats.
Here are a few, just one of the hats that we have for decorating. There's a couple. But I think you'll have a good time. The Kentucky Derby is this Saturday, and it is at 4 o'clock to 4 to 7. Bring an appetizer and the beverage that you wish to pursue, and it's up here in the multi-purpose room, so it'll be fun. We had it last year. It was a good time for all. But don't forget today, if you don't have a hat, if you want a hat, come up to the art room and decorate the hat. A hat, okay?
And that's at 3 o'clock. You want to talk about the tea?
Yes. Okay, here we go. So the question is, can you guess what today is? Guess what you get to do today? It's sign up for the tea. It's going to be this afternoon at 1:45. You may sign up on Touchtown, or you may go down to the first floor receiving area, and Jen will be down there to help sign up. So don't forget to sign up. It's going to be by special request. The gentlemen are coming back. They're up at the top. Can you pull it down?
No, I can't.
Okay, all right. So anyway, they will be back to serve your beverage. The tea is going to be May the 8th. It's going to be at 1 o'clock, and we're going to extend it to 1 to 3, so that you have plenty of time to sit and relax and be with all your friends and enjoy each other. It's going to be in the Mason Pointe round room. We will open the doors at 1 o'clock. If you come before 1, there's time to sign the guest book, and we're going to have some of the teapots that have been donated to us on display, so you can see those outside in the pub area. The gentlemen are going to serve the tea. They're going to serve the beverage. Then we have a harpist, and this is going to be real interesting. She is 9th grade, and she has been recommended. We've listened to her, and she's good. So come and listen to her. The hats and gloves are optional. If you want to wear a hat, fine. You don't have to. We are going to have this tea catered, and it's going to be catered by Sweet Ellie's Truffles. She's delightful. Then we're going to find out what a blooming box is. and he will enlighten you on the flower education for a blooming box. We have some surprise gift winners, so we're going to be calling that. That's going to be real interesting. And I want you all to come and sign up. And what do you do today at 1:45?
Sign up.
Sign up.
Only 42 places.
And there's only 42 places. And you wonder why? It's because we have 42 teapots.
And room for no more.
And room for no more. And our caterer is providing 42 sandwiches, 42 sconces, 42 truffles. So it'll be fun.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Lou. Appreciate that. Lois?
You would wait for one coffee, right? Excuse me. Okay, wellness. I have some things that I need to correct on the pink sheet as well, and some speaker and events. But first, I wanted to let you know that the wellness brochure, if you remember, it's that tripod thing. It's probably been a long time since you've seen it, but we did update it. It now includes the Parkinson's support group. And at some point, I will have them out in the mailroom in a little basket for those who wish to come get a new copy. On May 9th, JB Walk, John Bruno, in case you forgot who JB is someplace different. He is normally on a Tuesday, that is a Thursday, and he's going to be walking into Pear Park. Trivia, I need to point out the pink sheet has a contrary time. Trivia has always been at 3 o'clock, and trivia is still going to be at 3 o'clock on the 17th of May. It's just the pink sheet says 3:30. There was a really good reason for it being that way, but it's not right anymore. Excuse me. Let's see here. Parkinson's has changed as well. That support group normally is the first Tuesday. So in May, it's been changed to the 21st. That is in Touchdown and on your pink sheet. So some of the speakers and events we have, this one, it just got put in Touchdown this morning. It is not on your pink sheet at all. May 7th, Susan Carter from Cimbria, excuse me, is going to come speak on how to easily order physical therapy. 10th of May is Baseball Hitting Challenge. I wonder if we could just bring a friend and hit them, or does it have to be a baseball? I have some people I'd like to target. Mental Health Awareness Month. Did you know that not this month, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So we're doing some things on that. In other words, Parkinson's will be talking about mental health. But we also have a speaker from home office, Denise, who is going to talk about the importance of social interactions and not isolating. That is mental health. May 22nd, they're going to do the Fun Fitness Scavenger Hunt. If you remember that, they put Clue in the mailroom, and when you get the clue, when you go to the next place, there's some exercises for you to do, and so on and so forth. And that's it for me. Hook and needle.
I'm just going to take a minute or two to tell you how we got started in hook and needle. Actually, it was Drew, and you probably don't remember. But anyway, we're on the 3rd floor in the meeting room. Well, it was probably January after Mason Pointe opened. We had meetings in the meeting room on the 3rd floor, but then we kind of started getting donations, which was very nice. And one day, Drew was in that room. He had ordered a sewing machine cabinet unbeknownst to us, because we needed one. We had a donated sewing machine, and Drew was putting it together. So we were very surprised and very thankful. And the best thing he said after that was, we can use that room for our hook and needle activities. So Drew, thank you. Yeah. And $17,000 plus later, we're still going. And that money goes to the employee fund. I think you all know that. But anyway, we want to thank you all for all your donations and all your purchases. We appreciate your support, and it's for a very good cause. Right now, we have a Cardinal team purse that's still there, which I'm surprised about because we had two and one was gone immediately. We have beautiful wood items, trivets, oven, shelf pulls, comfort crosses, crocheted dishcloth, cozies, wine and water bottle carriers, sail table. We still have a sail table. Knitted scarves, paintings by residents and assisted living staff. And we have brand new wreaths. And just this morning, one of our lovely lady donors brought me a bag with 2 articles in, little bird cloths, for baby gifts if anybody would like to have that. So we want to thank you, and Drew, we want to thank you for all of your support. It has really made a difference. And thanks to all of you.
The Library Committee? The Veterans?
Just very quickly, the next Veterans meeting is this coming Monday, May the 6th, and we're going to hear from Walt May on his experiences, 12 years in the Army. And also we're going to have Maria Hilbert here. She's going to talk about a program you probably haven't heard of yet. It's called T-Care, and that's a DAV sponsored program to provide care to caregivers. So Walt May will be here, and she's going to tell us about this program to provide care to the caregivers. So hopefully you can all make it. Appreciate it very much, and thank you for coming.
The workshop? That's it, Drew.
All right, any other not on the slide people that wanted to say anything? Sometimes we add things right at the right before the meeting starts. So just had a few things here. Let me check what time it is. All right, we got 20 minutes. So we already introduced Carl. Adam Marles is still coming on the 16th. He'll be here from 3 to 4. There were a couple things I wanted to mention to that. So he's going to be talking to the employees for an hour, and he's going to talk to residents for an hour. And the employee meeting will be right in front of the resident meeting. And so maybe this would not be the one to show up to 30 minutes early, I guess is what I'm saying. We'll have those doors shut. I would say a good goal would be to get here about 10 minutes before 3 for that meeting with Adam. The other part of that on the other side is at 4 o'clock. They made a point to mention that he has a meeting after this meeting. And so a lot of times once he's done speaking, he'll stand around and residents will talk to him. He's going to have to kind of rush out after that because he's got to get back to Brentwood for something else. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I know he loves talking to you and didn't want you to think that he was just trying to avoid you or something. So anyway, the 16th from 3 to 4. I also wanted to introduce Valerie, if you don't mind coming up. Valerie Cooper, who is the Vice President of Life Plan Communities. Everybody, round of applause for Valerie. She was here, I don't know, you guys have seen her before. It's been maybe 6 months, but with my pending transition, Valerie is leading the search for my replacement, and I want to just make sure everybody knows who she is. Is there anything you want to say?
Hello, everybody. Well, I first want to say I know how much Drew is loved here at Mason Pointe, and thank him for all he's done for Mason Pointe. So thank you, Drew, for everything you've done. So our search for a new executive director is underway. We have a process where we open the position both internally and externally, and interviews are underway. So I will do my best to keep you updated. Thank you.
The last thing that I was going to say was just thank you. It's been really difficult to watch this meeting today, and I don't think I'm going to be able to say a whole lot. I've learned a lot in the last 4 years, and I'm just so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with all of you and to work in this community for the last 7 years. And you know, you'll have a great person to follow me, and the community will continue to grow and get better and better. It's just been really neat to see the evolution from the time that we opened independent living to where we are today. It's come so far, and you guys get all the credit for that, and just thanks for letting me be a part of it. Some people have asked me about what I'm going to do, and so I'll just tell the story real quick. That a couple years after I started at Mason Pointe, I had wanted to go and actually run this PACE program, is what it's called. And at the time, it was owned by a different company. And I had actually accepted that position and ended up deciding that I wanted to stay here at Mason Pointe because we had a lot of construction planned, and I wanted to see that through. And so I stayed here. And fast forward 6 years, whatever it's been since that point, and Lutheran Senior Services purchased it, and we're almost done with construction, almost. And so it was just kind of a natural time for me to go and do that. And so anyway, thank you guys. I've spoken in front of you guys a lot of times. Can't find the words today. So, open discussion. Who wants to hit me with some hard balls for old time's sake? So,
we're wondering what your new position will entail. And could you please explain that, Seth?
Yeah, Sue was asking what the position will entail. So this is, it's called PACE. It's a program all-inclusive for the elderly. This is people whose needs make them, they need nursing home care, skilled nursing care, but they still live in the community. And so this program, it's really like an insurance provider, but also a healthcare provider. And so really the goal of the program is to provide what's needed for that person to remain independent in their home, and to avoid going into a skilled nursing to receive care. And so that's the short version of it. Does that help, Sue? Yeah. No landscaping questions or FRP questions? Sue?
Hi. I just want to thank everybody here for the support we have had for the tribute for veterans, active military, and our first responders, specifically Jan Bishop, Denise Disper, Lou Jones, Joan Beckwold, Mary Fisher, Suzanne Scott did a lot of work here, and we had really good support. And thank you from Drew and Becky Zimmer. We jumped through hoops. No complaints, had wonderful feedback. Well, I haven't heard complaints yet, but have had wonderful feedback from all of you. And to date, and I don't have a final number because things in even local governments move very slowly, but we are so far the largest contributing community in this wonderful little city of Town and Country in support of this issue. Thank you.
I have a brief Town and Country update if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
The project. So you know that we have been collaborating with the city in discussions, and I don't have a lot of detail to share right now, but I will say that you'll see us put a new project forward here in the very near future to try and move ahead with the independent living that we've talked about in meetings in the past. And so you'll see some movement there here very soon, which is exciting.
Window washing and deck, patio washing.
Yeah, the question is, she's wondering when we'll have window washing and patio and deck washing. Let's see, I don't know the answer to that, but we will take that down and have it as a follow-up for you, Eileen. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but we'll get you that information. Yeah. What other questions are out there?
So, where will you be? Are you staying in St. Louis, or are you moving to a different city? Where's your office?
Lou's asking what? Should I say? I don't know. I will be staying in St. Louis. There is with this model of care, there's a center that they have where food gets served, where there's therapy, medical offices, basically so the participants can come and get what they need to help stay healthy. And so that is where my office will be, which is at Manchester and Kings Highway is where that is. Yeah, so that's where I'll be. My cell phone will be the same too. So. And we'll send Valerie's cell out once this meeting's over. Any other questions or comments? 10 minutes early today. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good day.